I uživo smo.
Hello and welcome to Niš for this Serbian Rugby League Cup semi-final 2020 between the Radnički Niš and the Dorćol Tigers. It's a sweltering day here at the Chayir Sports Complex in Niš, the southern capital of southern Serbia. Should have a cracking game today like the first semi-final was. The Red Star seeing off Partizan in the end 28 points to 20, so winner of this game today to face Red Star in the final. And it will be the Dorćol Tigers to kick off. Niš with first possession. We'll look to, as soon as possible, get off the ball. Both teams have warmed up really well. Not they needed to warm up in this, as I say. It's a really hot day here. And former Red Star scrum half Stefan Nikolic returned to his roots, returned to Dorćol and to the Tigers. Now united as the Dorćol Tigers, and he'll be kicking off. And referee Novakovic says we're underway. So Nikolic kicks off, and it's mishandled, but Anđelković picks it up, manages to come away from touch. He's well tackled by Šušak and Unkovic and Simovic, the three of them. So here's the new guys come over from handball. He's big, he's strong. I've seen him before, Đorđević, his name. And there's another Đorđević, the young winger. Good contact from Dorćol, stops him in his tracks. But Niš up to the 40. Jovic not expecting it. Jovic not expecting it. It's knocked on. And the referee says no advantage there. And that's poor there. Jovic had a look at the line. Wasn't expecting the pass. Maybe he was thinking it was going to go out the back. But either way, it's a mistake in their first set. And Dorćol will be delighted to get the ball this deep into Nish's half of the field. They're on the 40. They scrum down. So it'll be the first set for Dorćol will be an attacking set. So scrum goes down, it's Nikša Unkovic to feed the scrum. And it's picked up at the back by Čobanović. Goes straight into contact into Lazar Živković, the Niš talisman. And they've got a run here from Veljko Stalović, good youngster who's coming through for Dorćol the last couple of seasons. And Dorćol got numbers on that short side, and that's the side they go. It's Nikolic now. Plenty of time, Nikolic there to take easy 10 yards. Nobody's shutting him down, and Nikolic will run all day if you don't shut him down. Taking a while to clear that ruck, and Nikolic not happy. His former teammate Čuk. And here's Sergej Devetak. Good contact again from Živković, and Jovic round the legs. Now Dorćol have got a nice deep line set here, and now they're going to swing it. Oh, and it's put down by Čobanović, and the referee says knock on. So Dorćol's first attack comes to naught there, breaks down. So Radnički with a chance to clear the lines here. Scrum just inside their own 20. And hopefully we'll have just an exit set here, so I've got time to go through these team sheets with you. For Radnički Niš, it's Stefanović, Đorđević, Anđelković, Arsic, Stamenković, Milković, Parry, Vuksanović, that's Chris Parry. Ball's lost. Lost on the first and picked up, and it's Avramovic, aka Slater, for Dorćol pick it up, and Dorćol again on the attack, and Radnički not yet to complete a set. And here's Simovic, Stefan. I say Stefan because his brother Marco's also playing. So Unkovic goes on that short side. Čobanović got numbers there, goes himself. Good contact around the legs from Stefanovic. And here's Nikolic. Early ball to Sergej Devetak, and he's sort of crabbing his way across the pitch. He's well brought down by Stefan Arsic. The referee says too much there with the tackle and didn't get off him as quick as he should have done. So it's a penalty to Dorćol. I don't expect him to take the two here. I think they'll tap it and go. And so Stankovic will take the tap. Referee getting the defence back on side, and here we go. And here's Stalović, Veljko. Good run, good stop. Get that ruck cleared. Referee happy with that one. And here's Radivojevic. Two settlers. What are Dorćol going to do now? Are they going to swing the ball wide, maybe? Nikolic is going to get it. No, he's not. Goes straight to Simovic. And now Nikolic will get the ball, I think. Nikolic. Early ball to Čobanović. Out the back. Avramovic. Hands off Šušek. Bit of a dummy and a twist and a swivel. And Nish put him into touch. So good defence there from Radnički to bring an end to Dorćol attack. And it'll be a scrum down. Radnički head and feed and a chance to clear their lines here with an exit set. So where was I? Yeah, centres. Asic, Stamenkovic, Milkovic, Pari Vuksanovic, number 7 for Radnički. He's from St. Helens, would you believe? Married to a Serbian lady, took on her surname, so he's Pari Vuksanovic. Jovic, Čuk, Živkovic, Angelic, Ilic, Milenkovic, Mitic, Pantic, Stosic, and another Mitic. So Radnički clearing the lines. Dorćol lineup. Avramovic, Šušak, Radivojevic, Radulovic, Unkovic, Nikolic, Mitrovic, Stankovic, Popovic, Stalovic, Čobanovic, Stanic, Kosanovic, Devetak, Stefan Simovic and Marko Simovic. 16 for Dorćol, so they're a man down from the start. So Marko Čuk picks it up, goes out the back, and here's Chris Parry. Hands it off to Pantic, and it's a long ball. As the referee said, it's all gone backwards, and it's picked up by Djordjevic. What's the referee say? He says, scrum down, Dorćol head and feed. Djordjevic was put into touch. It was a poor pass there. Put the winger under pressure, and the Dorćol player managed to roll him into touch. If you've noticed here, it's an artificial surface, and they've got a stone, a concrete curb really close to the touchline, so it's dangerous there. If you go out, you don't want to be smacking your head on that. So out the back, Dorćol, Čobanović, step, good run from Čobanović, and good tackle in the end from, I think it was Stefan Asic. It was Asic trying to clear the ruck. Nikolic picks it up, and here's Simovic, good contact there. Good contact from this Djordjevic. Nikolic, dummy, goes himself. A little bit high maybe, referee says it's all good, play on. Here's Dacia Kosanovic, former Red Star prop. Stopped in his tracks. Nikolic now, he's got numbers on this short side. And here's Veljko Stalovic. And he scored. Referee confirms the try, it's 4-0. Well, it was always going to be that way. It's all been pressure for Dorćol. Radnički, as yet, haven't managed to complete a set and clear their line at all, and it's 4-0 to Dorćol, and I think Lazar Živkovic will have plenty to say to his team just to calm it down, complete their set, get out of their own half of the field. Dorćol will be delighted to get off the mark there. 4-0. Veljko Stalovic the scorer. And it'll be Marko Simovic, regular kicker for Dorćol. He'll be taking the conversion attempt.
Okay.
I've got to say it's been a really poor opening for Radnički. They could have done with just doing a scoot set or just a simple 5 drives and a kick just to get out of the half. They've been swinging the ball inside their own 40, not to be recommended, particularly in this high pressure semi-final situation. It's a hot day. It's maybe getting a little bit ahead of themselves. Need to do the basics, do the bread and butter, complete that exit set, and then see if you're going to swing the ball wide. So here's Simovic, and it's nicely kicks, and the linesman confirm 6-0 to Dorćol. So Radnički will immediately look to bounce back. Well, for the first time in this game, we'll actually see the ball in the Dorćol half of the field. Can they keep them down here? All depends on their defence. Paddy Vuksanovic, the St Helens lad, kicks it off into space. Fielded on that far side by Radulovic. And here's Simovic. Good tackle. Jovic and Chuck put him on his back. Nikolic. It's got Dacia Kasanovic coming on the burst, and here's the big man. Good stop again. Good contact from Djordjevic and Živkovic. Goes to Solskjaer. Unkovic. Dummies to Čobanovic, goes himself. Good little half break from Nikša Unkovic. Put down by Anđelković. And here's Šušak. Little scoot into the middle. And you don't want to be running at Jovic like that. He'll put you on your back every time. Out the back, Nikolic now. He's going to clear his lines. But it's high. It's an awkward looking kick. And it's picked up by the winger. And that was the last. So turnover there. Disappointing kick there from Nikolic. I think he was looking for depth, but he ended up miskicking it and getting height instead. And it was caught by his own winger. So a handover. And here's Djordjevic, the guy who's come over from handball. But well contacted by Stalovic. Helped out by Radulovic. And here's Marko Milenkovic, really experienced player in the Radnički ranks. Good play of the ball, good quick play of the ball. And here's Laza Živkovic. Totti, as he's known. He manages to get a really quick play of the ball, and it's well done. And it's out the back, here's Parry. Good ball out the back, Stefanovic. Stopped, but they're inside the Dorćol half now, coming up to the 40. Djordjevic goes himself, gets away from Unkovic, but he's put down. And here's your fifth and last. Fifth and last comes to Parry. Good pressure, but good kick. Into no man's land. Nobody coming for it, nobody claiming it. And it's picked up by Avramovic in the end, and he manages to get away from the chasing pack. He's going towards the touchline. If they can get him out, Arsic will put him in touch. No. Manages to find the ground just before he got banged into touch. And Radulovic coming away from the touch, come towards the middle as he should. It's two gone. And still inside their 30, so runners. Goes to the short side to Radivojevic. Good run, well stopped. And it's another good run and a good stop. Stalovic with a run. Živkovic with a stop, helped out by his Serbian international teammate Stefan Arsic. Here's Nikša Unkovic, run around with Čobanovic. Goes out to Simovic. Could have given it to Šušak. Šušak was unmarked there, but took the tackle. And here's the last. Nikša Unkovic passes it. Nikolic, little chip over the top. For Simovic, claims it. Will he go in? I think he will. To score well. Good reaction there, and a poor reaction from Radnički defence, and it's 10-0. Nikit's really good with them little chips over the top, and he had good options there, and Radnički failed to respond in defence. And Dorćol now piling it on into double figures, 10-0. Kick to come. Rain might be coming over. I'm sure the players will enjoy it. I'm not sure our cameraman will be happy about the rain. Dorćol looking really well organised in attack, and Radnički all over the place at the minute. They need to calm down and get into this. So Simovic, easy peasy with that one. It's 12-0. Got a nice little crowd here at the Chire Sports Complex. Both these teams really keen to get through to the final where they'll take on Red Star. Red Star and Partizan with a bruising semi-final today back in Belgrade. If you're just joining us, I'm Mark Pullen here, the Serbian Rugby League broadcast coming to you from Niš. And it's Parry, kicks it sort of into no man's land. Oh, and it's a mistake at the back there from the centre. Radivojevic. Everyone expecting that. It wasn't a difficult kick to catch, but fumbles it, and Niš will have a chance now to come on the attack inside Dorćol's 30. Scrum there, head and feed. So Milkovic feeds the scrum, Arsic out the back, gives it to Laza Živkovic. Boom, good strong run from Živkovic, knocks Jovanovic back, but still gets brought down. Chuck, early ball, Stefan Arsic. Arsic, going for the line, Arsic! And he scores! Great drive from Stefan Arsic, bring Radnički back into this game. It's as simple as that, two good strong runs first. Laza Živkovic with a strong run manages to get onto his front and get a quick play of the ball. An early ball to Arsic, who really had to fight to get over the line there and managed to score and makes it 12 points to 4. Kick to come. So you'd expect this lad from St Helens to kick this one. And he does, no problems. Ball's gone into next week. So it's 12-6. That's really the first time that Radnički have been deep on the attack in the Dorćol half, and they've come away with points. So they really need to stop messing about in their own half of the field and just get that exit set going and get into the Dorćol's half. And once they do, they find that they can put them under pressure and come away with points, which we've seen there. So it's 12 points to 6, and Stefan Nikolic will get us back underway. Referee Novakovic blows whistle, gets us back on. And Angelkovic, well claimed. He goes straight at Šušak, and good tackle by Šušak and Simovic. And here's Đorđević, big man, and he is a big man. But he runs into an equally big man in Daci Kosanovic. And here's Stosic. Well held, good tackle, good offload, and Marko Čuk now with a little bit of space. Hands it off to Živkovic. Stefan Arsic again in space, and Arsic gets away from Nikolic. Still going Stefan Arsic. Good run from Arsic. And the referee will penalise Dorćol for not letting him get up and play the ball. So another opportunity to Radnički with this penalty. Stefan Arsic, Serbian international centre, he's really showing his class here. So Živkovic just kicks it to touch, just makes the easy turn, and they'll set up here. And I suspect they'll have a couple of drives towards the middle and try and put some attacking play on. So, game on, Čuk, tap, Živkovic, dummies inside, goes himself. Boom! Big run from Živkovic, knocks off the defender. He's brought down, he's right in front of the post, only 5 metres out. Goes himself, Marko Čuk. Gets the ball away, it's Stefanovic. Stefanovic with a step and a fend. It's put down by Čobanovic. Numbers to the left. goes to the right, and here's Jovic. And Jovic managed to fend one, fends another. Still going Jovic, still going Jovic. They can't put him down, but they stop him. Referee called held. He'll be asked to play the ball. Chuk. Djordjevic, and he's in. And they're right back in it now. It's 10 points to 12 with a kick to come. Djordjevic the scorer. So Radnički looking really dangerous when they get close to the Dorćol line. The Dorćol are struggling to put down the big Radnički forwards. Živkovic, Jovic laying the platform, and Djordjevic there breaking through to score. Well, we knew it was going to be a tight one, and if Chris Vuksanovic can convert this, which I expect him to, going to be all tied up. Successful conversion, 12-all. Well, after the really strong start, Dorćol may be coming a little bit undone here. And they've let Radnički right back into this game, and we're back where we started, all square, with Stefan Nikolic to kick off. And he goes short, he makes the 10. Oh, Djordjevic is all confused, he's got a foot in touch and he's taking it out. So it'll be Dorćol head and feet at the scrum, and Dorćol will come on the attack. Poorly handled kick-off there. Dorćol knew this guy, this number 18 for Radnički, is inexperienced. Dorćol now, just 35 metres out from the Radnički line. Čobanović goes on the short side, well handled by Chris Vuksanovic. Unkovic, he's got Dacia Kasanovic on the best, misses him out, goes to Simovic. Good tackle again by Radnički. Got numbers left and right, goes up inside, Stefan Nikolic. Good ball from Nikolic, right into the gap. And Radivojevic scores no problem. And Dorćol back in the lead. It's 16 points to 12. So 25 minutes gone, and it's been all action here. It's 16 points to 12. To Dorćol after that sublime pass from Stefan Nikolic put Radivojevic through a gaping hole, and he went untouched to score just next to the post and make it an easy conversion position here for Simovic. Cloud cover coming over, helped to cool it down a little bit here. It's still hot, still humid, bit muggy. But they're taking water on board, both teams. So Simovic here. No mistake from Simovic, makes it 18 points to 12. If you're just joining us, you've missed a thrilling first 25 minutes here. We've had plenty of scores. It's 18 points to 12. Dorćol leading at Radnički Niš. We're here down in the capital of southern Serbia, the great city of Niš, hometown of Constantine the Great. And Chris Vuksanovic gets us underway, and again it goes to that side, and it's going straight out on the full, is it? Oh, that's a mistake there. It's a penalty to Dorćol on the halfway. The kick going out on the full. And Dorćol will come back on the attack. Chris will be disappointed with himself for that one. So Šušek takes the tap. Čobanović telegraphed it. So he was well met, nobody helping him out there. There's Dacia Kasanovic, also telegraphed, yeah. Good run, good contact from Živković and Milenkovic. Back to the open side, Stefan Nikolic. Everything coming off Stefan Nikolic at the moment. And Stalovic, well stopped. It's 3 gone. They've only made 10 or 12 metres. So Nikolic goes short side. Simovic. Good tackle by Arsic. Nik Šonković wanting the ball, not getting it. Nikolic, another one of them little chip over the top. And this time held by Djordjevic, the Radnički winger. Stefan Arsic takes a scoop. Simple, clever play. Let's just get it out of here. And Marko Čuk hands it off. Here's Marko Milenkovic. Milenkovic bounces off one, bounces off another. Still going, Marko Milenkovic. Good stop in the end by Simovic. And here's Jovic. Steps back towards the ruck. Gets over 2 defenders. Makes it up to the 40. 3 defenders. And he's still going. No, referee calls held. Marko Čuk. Out the back. Milkovic. Chris Parry. Hands it off. Stefanovic. Takes it well. And he's well taken by Unkovic, but manages to stay in the field of play. Angelkovic to Chris Parry. Good awkward looking kick. And it's well taken by Radulovic on the wing there for Dorćol. But he's well met by the defence. So Dorćol on their own 30-metre line. And held up really nicely by Nikolic, but well read by the defence. And Dacia Kosanovic, Danilo Kosanovic goes down easy. Simovic going nowhere. Good defensive wall from Nish. Again, Nikolic looking for the ball. He's got Čobanović coming on the inside, doesn't give it to him. Goes out to Unkovic. And the referee says forward pass. Forward pass, Radnički ball on the halfway. Score remains 18 points to 12, but now with a chance for Radnički to come on the attack. Živković manages to hold on and gets away. And Živković. Good metres from Živković. Gets himself well inside Dorćol's 40 now. Marko Čuk picks it up. Early ball. Stefan Arsic. Arsic still going. Deceptively strong is the Radnički centre. Here's Djordjevic, the try scorer. Again makes a break. And he twists and swindles. And he goes under the post. And has he grounded it? I don't think he's grounded it. And he stayed down. And he didn't manage to ground the ball, so it's not a try. I think it's going to be a tap to Dorćol because he's lost possession inside the in the in-goal area. We'll have a bit of a stoppage here while Djordjevic gets some attention. But he just went like a knife through butter through the Dorćol defence there, and it was really good work at the back to stop him from grounding that ball. Hopefully just a stinger for Djordjevic and he'll be all right. He's getting some attention now and he's not interfering with play, so it should be play on at this stage. And the referee, I don't know whether he's waiting for, no, I was waiting for a change to be made. So here is Mitrovic. Alexander Mitrovic, well stopped. Bit of afters there. Got to let him get up and play it. Čobanović, Simovic. Good contact from Anđelković up top. Helped out by Jovic. It's 2 gone. And here's a youngster, Stanic. And he's lost it. And Stefanovic. So Radnički with another opportunity here. Laza Živković goes straight to the markers. Well handled by Unkovic. And Nikolic, the 2 halfbacks. Here's Jovic again, and Jovic. Good contact down low by Simovic. Quick play the ball. Čuk. Marko Čuk with the offload. It's gone backwards. It's all gone backwards. Play on, says the referee. And Stefanasic picks it up. And it's play on. They've lost ground, but they've kept the ball. Oh, and Stosic puts it down. And play on, says the referee. And it's Radulovic picks it up for Dorćol. So the pressure valve released. Disappointing from a Radnički perspective. Šušek now. Bit of a scoot. Just trying to clear their lines again, Dorćol. Goes to Čobanović, and Čobanović got support from Simovic, doesn't use it, doesn't need it. Gets himself up to the 40, where he's met by Arsic and Mirkovic. Nikolic slips as he tries to take on the defence. Dorćol still in their own half, and here is the other Simovic. And good run, gets over halfway. Tackle around the legs from Čuk. Mirkovic up top. Stefan Nikolic now. Kicks it. He says, that's enough of this set. Let's go and play down there. And stopped with a foot. Đorđević picks it up and manages to beat one. A good run from Đorđević. Good work from the youngster. Gets himself up to almost to the 30. Marko Čuk has a look. Stefanovic, the fullback. It's 2 gone. And here is Laza Živković. Bam! You can go on your back. Puts Radivojevic on his back and gets over the halfway line. And the referee almost blowing a penalty, but in the end says play on. Good delayed pass from Čuk. Gets Stefanasic through a half gap. And going back to the middle now, Milkovic. Oh, it's a poor pass and Chris can take it. And Sergej Devetak picks it up, and Devetak is put down, and that's a 0 tackle. Poor there from Radnički. One of their forwards was in the line, and there was no clear line of sight. Well, that's your first tackle. Simovic. Misses out Avranovic, goes to Nikolic. Dummies inside, goes outside. Stalovic. Loses his shirt, but keeps going, Stalovic. Trying to unwrap the ball. He's got the ball lost in his shirt somewhere. What is it? Oh, it's a rugby ball. And the referee's giving him an opportunity to put his shirt on. He stopped the clock. I hadn't seen this before. So the referee stopped the clock so he can put his shirt back on, and now it's time back on. Nikolic gives it to Dacia Kosanovic. Danilo Kosanovic, the professor as he's known, although nowadays he's a lorry driver because it gives him more money than teaching geography. Simovic. Stefan Nikolic now. Early ball to Čobanović. Čobanović out the back to Avramovic, and Avramovic goes Chris Parry. Good stop by Parry. And here's the last. Here's the last. Will they put Nikolic under some pressure this time? No, he's got all the time in the world. Not a great kick, but it's bounced a little bit awkward, and it's picked up by Živković, and the referee says, you're offside, mate, you were in front of the kicker. So Radivojevic adjudged to be offside, so it'll be a penalty for Radnički. Totti kick it himself. He's not a kicker. He shouldn't have done that. Why did he do it? He hasn't found touch, so it's going to be play on. So Dorćol get the ball back because of a mistake, kicking it to touch. And it's Radulovic. Good run from him, gets over the 40. Disappointing from Radnički there. Avramovic now. Early ball to Stefan Nikolic. Early ball to Simovic. And Simovic, referee says, forward pass. Well, I didn't see a forward pass. Didn't look forward to me. And Stefan Nikolic, I don't know whether he's going to have a word with the referee, but he didn't look forward to me, that. So Dorćol now will be disappointed. Radnički, head and feed at the scrum, just inside Dorćol's half of the field, and it's picked up at the back by Živkovic, an early ball to Stefan Arsic, and Arsic was standing still a little bit, but still manages to make a good 10 metres over the 40. Marko Čuk goes himself a little run. Živkovic, early ball, and Stefanovic! Good tackle. Manages to grab him by the scruff of the neck around the shirt, legal tackle, and it's Jovanovic with a defensive effort. Stefanovic looked to be aware. Jovanovic just managed to scrag his shirt and drag him into touch. So it remains 18 points to 12. Dorćol in the lead down here in Niš, against Niš. So Dorćol will be looking to clear the lines. Jovanovic, bit of a dummy, takes an easy drive, makes an easy 5. He's put down by Stefan Arsic. There's Danilo Kosanovic. Oof, and Milkovic was flying in there like a rocket, just missed him. Stefan Nikolic, loads of time, goes himself. Simovic into a bit of a gap. Over the 40. Dorćol making really good yards here. And goes on the short side again, Stefan Nikolic. Good ball to Šušak, and Šušak in the gap. Gives it off to the winger. And Anđelković manages to put him in touch. Good defensive effort from Anđelković. And they both went onto that concrete curb that I don't really like. It's only a metre from the touchline. But they seem to be okay. Dorćol really making easy metres up the field, but rallying in defence, Radnički. So, parry feeds. Has to wait for the referee. We'll have a reset of that scrum. Živkovic pitched it up, and here's Stefan Arsic, and again manages to bend the line. Looked to get a good play of the ball, but the markers managed to get square. Oh, what a mistake! Oh, and another mistake. Referee says no advantage from the first error from Radnički, so it'll be Dorćol head and feed at the scrum. And Lazar Živkovic is getting a little bit frustrated by his team. Questioning their mental health. So Dorćol will come on the attack again. About 35 metres out. Dorćol. So just giving an update there to the Red Star team, asking me what the score is. Good run from Radulovic. Well stopped. And it's Unkovic, Nikolic has got himself! And Stefan Nikolic, easy peasy, breaks through and scored. Ooh! Well, he nearly got taken out by Stosic, but he managed to ground the ball, and the referee confirms the score. So it's 22 points to 12. And for And Stefan Nikolic showing his class there. He ghosted through the defence, couple of dummies, and he was away. And a little bit casual with the grounding of the ball, and he nearly came a cropper when Stosic came and smacked him, but managed to ground the ball just in time and grounds it under the post, so should be an easy conversion for Simovic. And it is. So we've got a 12-point gap again now, as we had at the start of the game, with half-time fast approaching. Radnički, their own worst enemies at the moment. It's been unforced errors that have got them into this problem. And they're in no rush to get the kick-off going. They take a few breaths here, as I say. It's a baking day down here in Niš. And 3 minutes to go, so opportunity, just one more chance here to get a score before half time. And it's mid-range, not short, not long, and knocked with the foot and back to try scorer Stefan Nikolic, who steps and goes and takes the tackle. And it's the kicker who makes the tackle. And ball to nobody. Oh, and Čobanović fumbles! And now Radnički will have a chance to score before half-time. They need to form this scrum and get the clock stopped. And they do form the scrum. He's picked up at the back by Parry. Early ball. Živković. Bit of a step. Ball. Stefan Asic. Asic gets away from one. Still going, Stefan Asic. Still going. Stopped. Just 10 metres out from the Dorćol line. Radnički. Set and ready. Marko Čuk goes himself. Čuk. Makes no real progress. Still inside the 10. Lazar Živković. He'll go himself. They're not going to score like that. They need some invention here. They need to spread that ball a little bit. Čuk, early ball. Marko Milenkovic, dummies. Gets away from one. Dancing with the touchline. Doesn't want to get too close. Oh, we've had a steal there. It's the referee say. It's got to be a penalty to Radnički, surely. 2-on-1 steal. It's consulting. Yeah, and that is the decision. It's a 2-on-1 steal, so Radnički with a penalty here. Time's running out. If they're going to score before half-time, they need to do it in this set. So Čuk, Asic, beats the first line defence, and Stefan Asic is so strong for a little man. But he's lost the ball, and the referee says it's a tap on the 20. He's lost it inside over the try line, so it's the last minute of the first half, and Dorćol managed to survive the onslaught from Radnički again. Just their own worst enemies, really. So Sergej Devetak with a run. And here is Danilo, the Professor Kosanovic. Almost up to the 40. That's the first. The first one was 0. So Čobanović and Čobanović. Almost up to halfway. Simovic. And Simovic, well held by Marko Milenkovic, helped out by Milkovic. They're in. Oh, and he's lost it. Well, the referee not playing advantage there. He should have just let Radnički play on. They've fallen on the ball. He's going to call a scrum. I don't know if we'll have time for it, half time. And that is half time. So thrilling first half, but Dorćol well in the lead. 24 points to 12 to the Dorćol Tigers over Radnički Niš. We'll be back soon for the second half here in Niš. Join us in 5 minutes or so as we get ready for the second half of this Serbian Rugby League Cup semi-final 2020. Thank you. Welcome back to Niš for this Serbian Rugby League Cup semi-final between the Radnički Niš and the Dorćol Tigers. Second half about to get underway. It's 24 points to 12 to Dorćol. It's tight, but Radnički have been making some mistakes, uncharacteristic in their own half, and Dorćol taking advantage. So it was Dorćol got out to an early lead. It was 12-0. Then they came back. Radnički came back to make it 12-all, and then Dorćol with 2 scores there to get a 12-point lead. It's 24-12. So referee counting the players. I think he's seen that Radnički had 14 on the pitch. Referee counting the players on both teams to make sure they've got 13 each. So we're back underway, Chris, with a awkward looking kick. And what's he said? Has he put a foot in touch or did he catch it in touch? This is an awkward one, because if he caught it with his foot in touch, it's a penalty on the halfway. The referee talking to the linesman, he said, and again, it's a mistake from Chris Parry. It's went out on the full because the Dorćol player already had his foot off the field or in touch. So it's a penalty to Dorćol on the halfway. And here is Danilo Kosanovic. The referee says 2-on-1 steal, Marko Milenkovic. Ripping the ball out. And Dorćol kicked a touch then, so it's penalty. And normally in our game you say penalty try. So will Dorćol score off this attack? Radnički need to be strong in defence here. So Stankovic to Kosanovic. Dacia Kosanovic, well met by the defence, but it takes 4 of them to stop him. And they can't put him down. So Stosic with it, holding onto that ball. And here's Čobanović. Nearly gets belted by Lazar Živković. Unkovic, Nikolic, dummy. Out the back to Avramovic, manages to take it. He's held, he's not into touch. If they drag him, it'll be a penalty. So the winger does well just to get away from touch, Radulovic. And Dorćol now, this set is running out for him. He's got Simovic coming on the burst, and Simovic takes it himself. Well stopped by Čuk and Stefanovic. Stefan Nikolic, delicate little kick. And it's going to be a drop out under the posts. So he didn't catch it in his in-goal area, he caught it and then went into the in-goal area. Radnički questioning the referee, they think he caught it behind the try line. But the referee says no, he caught it outside of in the field of play and then went back into the in-goal area. So it'll be a dropout. But they managed to survive without conceding, and Dorćol managed to build pressure with a repeat set. So Živković makes it up to the 40 and beyond. And Čobanović, dummies goes himself, well met by Milenkovic and Anđelković. Here's Sergej Devetak. Jovic with a good stop. It's 2 gone. Or is it 1 gone? 2. Nikolic. Dummies goes himself, bit of a pirouette, but he's stopped by Jovic. Unkovic. Simovic going for the line. Stopped and put down well. Numbers to the left, and Nikolic calls it that way. Early ball to Čobanović. Unkovic. Well stopped by Parry. Helped out by Stosic. And here's the last. Through the hands this time. Šušak. And Šušak gets rid of it because he knew it was the last, and Radnički come up with the ball. So good defence from Radnički. Not conceding there. Anđelković. Dummies goes himself, Marko Milenkovic. Up to the 30. Živković. Dummies Milkovic goes himself. Lazar Živković offloads Stefanovic now. And Stefanovic gets over the 40. Good stop by Stefan Nikolic. Živković. Arsic. Again Stefan Nikolic with a stop. Milkovic. Kicks it. Who's calling for it? Čobanović picks it up. Well stopped. So good set there from Radnički. Not really attacking, but they cleared the lines and they're deep now in the Dorćol half. So is the youngster Stanic. Well stopped by Milkovic and Parry. Vuksanovic. Unkovic. Simovic. And Simovic can't get away from the defenders. Short side. And here is Stalovic Velko. Marko Čuk with a tackle. Helped up by Arsic. It's 4 gone. Still in their own half. Stefan Nikolic goes inside to Avramovic. And can he keep hold of it? Just manages to hold on to the ball. And here's the last. Nikolic has a look. Unkovic. Awkward looking kick. Oh, and he couldn't take it. It was awkward looking. And Dorćol will have another set here, and Radnički are going to have to defend back-to-back sets. That's really tiring. He's going himself. Stopped by Arsic and Čuk. Numbers on this short side. Goes himself, Radulovic. Is well stopped by Arsic. Mistake there at the play of the ball, no. Simovic. Good tackling. Čuk and Živković with the tackle. Puts Simovic on his back. Čobanović. Poor pass to nobody. Picked up by Unkovic. Got Avramovic on the runaround. Marko Milenkovic puts him down. So good defence again from Radnički. Čobanović. Good run. Here's the last. Here's the last. And Nikolic will ask for it and gets it. And here is Stefan Nikolic. And what's he doing? Little chip towards the posts. Chris Parry takes no chances. Puts it out and it'll be another dropout. So another Dorćol attack coming up. It's going to come down to fitness here in this last 21 fields. Who's been doing their Malcolms? And has it gone the 10? No, it didn't go the 10. So it's a penalty for Dorćol. 10 metres out, that's poor. I'd like to say that Živković was going for the short one there, but I just think he miskicked it, to be fair. And Dorćol are going to go for goal to make it a 3-score lead. 14 points will be the difference if they kick this, and I suspect they will. So. So no scorers yet in this second half, but we're expecting a score here with the penalty goal. And it is a successful goal there from Simovic, and that's his 100% record stays intact. And it's 26 points to 12. Radnički really need to get on the attack now. Radnički not rushing to get back to the middle or catching their breath. And if Radnički want to get anything out of this game, they really have to start now, turning it on. Parry's had two mistakes from the with the boat. They won't be looking for another one. And it's a good kick. It's well fielded at the back in the end by Radulovic. So Radnički will look for a good set defensively. Dorćol will look for a good exit set. And here's Simovic. Dummies to Kosanovic, goes himself, takes the tackle. Čuk and Milkovic. Stefan Nikolic, early ball to Dacia Kosanovic, and Dacia Kosanovic beats the first defender and just makes it over the 30. Finds his front. It's a good quick play of the ball. And it's Nikolic. And Nikolic to the other Simovic. Oh, he's lost it. Yeah, mistake there in the play of the ball from Dorćol. And Radnički will come on the attack. So Radnički head and feed, gets us back underway. Stefan Arsic, and good defence from Dorćol, gave him no time, no space, puts him down. Got numbers here to the left, but I think it'll be a drive. Lazar Živkovic, and he goes that way, goes to the left, and runs at Stalovic, and well held by Veljko Stalovic, helped out by Čobanovic and Radulovic. Marko Čuk goes himself, and Čuk with a run, and Čuk beats Nikolic, gets up to the 10. And they put him down a little bit late there, but the referee says play on. Short side, Stefan Arsic. Good defence from Radivojevic. And it's out the back, and here's Chris Parry. Dummies, fends, twizzles, goes himself. And here's the last. And here's the last, Stefanovic. Manages to get rid of it. Play on, says the referee. Still the last, still the last. And it's a handover. So Radnički lacking any invention in attack. It was all pretty predictable. And Dorćol survive. And we'll be looking for an exit set. Šušak beats the first defender. Can't get away from the next two. Unkovic, switch of play, goes back to Nikolic, and Nikolic out to Stalovic, and Stalovic, blind pass there, but well picked up by Radivojevic. Stankovic, Simovic, beats one, can't beat the second defender, and Stefan Arsic comes in and puts him on his back. Nikolic, oh! Good pressure on the kicker from from Jovic. No, it's Živkovic. Lazar Živkovic trying to lead by example here and raise his players. Managed to pull Nikolic down before he could get his boot to the ball. And it's going to be a scrum. Radnički head and feed. About 35 metres out. Radnički yet to score in the second half. They need to score, and to do so fairly quickly. It's a 14-point difference. That's a 3-score advantage, at least 3 scores. So, goes out the back. Stefan Arsic beats one. Loses it. Loses it backwards. What's the referee say? Was the knock-on from Dorćol or was the knock-on from Radnički? It looked like it went backwards from Radnički. Ooh. Tough decision there from referee Novakovic. Says the first knock-on was from Radnički. So it'll be Dorćol head and feet at the scrum. So, Dorćol on the attack, Radnički on the defence. Good shot from Arsic. Puts Radivojevic down. Nikolic goes outside. Avramovic, early ball. Unkovic, Nikša Unkovic in space. Oh, and he's got the pace. Nobody's going to catch him. And Nikša Unkovic is going to score under the posts. And that's 30 points. The referee, will he confirm it? Yes, he does. Let's try there. And Nikša Unkovic broke through the line. And Radnički had nobody in defence who could catch him. And they score to make it 30 points to 12. Well, Radnički will be really disappointed with the way this is going. The two teams, there's not that much of a difference between them, I don't think. Now it's 18 points. It's going to be a 20-point advantage if and when he kicks this conversion, which I expect him to do. And Lazar Živković again trying to motivate his players. Simovic conversion, just side foots it over, nice and easy, and it's 32 points to 12, so 20 points the difference, and Radnički not looking like it at the moment. Simovic with a 100% record with a boot. Perry's had some interesting kick-offs. I mean, he's had a couple of mistakes, but he's really pressured Dorćol, asked some questions with his kick-offs. So he'll come again to this flank, I think, and he will. And Nikolic managed to keep it in, but Stefan Arsic manages to get the ball. So Radnički on the attack, and they really need to score as soon as they can. Đorđević, high from Nikolic round the neck. It's a penalty. It was not malicious, but it was high. So it's a penalty, and Radnički will come on the attack here. So ball goes out to Jovic, and Jovic, strong runner, well met by Stalovic. Play on, says the referee, and Chuck goes himself. And again, he's around the head there. The referee says, no, it's all fine, play on. And I think he scored, has he? No, he's just short. And well, interesting there. The pass went low, so Lazar Živković put boot to ball, and Radivojevic knocked it on. So Radnički will remain on the attack. Goes to the open side. Lazar Živković, well met by Nikolic. It's strong is Totti. It's one gone. It's Chuck. Couldn't get low enough, and he was well met by Dorćol. That's 2 gone. They're camped out here on the Dorćol line, and Jovic. Stopped. And Dorćol meeting him in numbers here in defence, not letting him get through. Early ball, Stosic! Is he in? I think he is. Try there, says the referee, and Stosic scores to get Radnički back in this game. Stosic, it's a famous name here in Serbian Rugby League. The other two apparently have retired this season. But the younger Stosic is playing and scores there to give Radnički a bit of a chance. It's a long shot, but it's close to the post. We'll expect Chris Vuksanovic to kick this. And we'll be back to the 14 points that we were at half-time, if he kicks it. Don't want to curse him with this. Commentators curse as they say? I don't think so. You can't hear me. And no mistake there. So it's 18 points to the hosts, 32 points to the visitors. It's not been the most inventive of attack. They've just barged over down the middle, but they've managed to keep digging away, and in the end, scoring. Nikolic will look to pressure this inexperienced flank, I think, here. This young second rower. And that's where it's going to go out on the fall, is it? Oh, and it's out on the fall, and well, now it's time for Dorćol to make a mistake from the kickoff, and Radnički will get a penalty on the halfway. So this will be just what the doctor ordered for the team from Niš. Come straight back on the attack after scoring. And his Lazar Živković gets a head of steam up. He's well met by Dacia Kosanovic. And it's pulled out. Čobanović or Kosanovic, one of them had a tug on the ball. And it's another penalty. So Chris makes really good yards with that one, 20 metres fair up the field. And Radnički squarely back on the attack, deep inside the Dorćol half. And here we go. Tap. Chuk takes it. And it's one gone. Goes to the short side. Anđelković. Oh, that was high. That was high from Danilo Kosanovic. And it's another penalty. And he felt that one. He got him right round the neck. Referee takes no further action. Has a little bit of a word just with Dacia Kosanovic, but Anđelković felt that. And Danilo Kosanovic comes out to apologise for getting him high. He's not a dirty player. So it's a third penalty in a row for Radnički, and now they're again camped on the Dorćol line. And here's Marko Milenkovic. Well stopped. And here's Jovic. Good defence there from Čobanovic. Oh, he's got himself as he scored. What does the referee say? We've got an injured player down this part. I don't know whether he grounded the ball. It doesn't look like he's given a try. Cramp. I think Jovic might have been in the way of his own player, and it looks like we're going to have a play the ball. And we're going to play on from here. So Radnički have had time to set their line. Dorćol expecting it up the middle. And that's where it goes. Arsic. And the referee says he's lost possession. They should have gone out the back. They shouldn't have gone up the middle there. Dorćol were ready for that. If they'd have shipped the ball wide, they would have had good numbers. But as it is, the pressure valve again released and Dorćol come away with the ball. Radnički needed that score. So sun getting low now and it's cooled down a little bit. It's still hot and it's going to be even hotter out there on the pitch. Unkovic feeds. Avramovic. Slater. Avramovic steps two. Was back towards the middle. And in the end, takes the tackle. Happy to take the tackle on the 30. Good tackle. Živkovic comes in and again. Lazar Živkovic leading by example. Simovic misses it. Dacia Kosanovic manages to pick it up on the bounce. Good work from the big man. Nikolic is set and he's going to Unkovic. Oh, and Unkovic drops it cold. Well, now Dorćol are on West End. He's putting themselves under pressure and Radnički will come on the attack again. Radnički needing that score. So Stefanovic beats one. Can't beat the second player, Nikolic. Arsic goes himself. Good run. And they go to the short side again. Lazar Živkovic. Oh, no. Good work from Radulovic to force Živkovic into touch. And Dorćol managed to defend their line and will have an opportunity for an exit set. So the score remains 32 points to 18. Radnički really needing to score. So Unkovic feeds the scrum. Stalovic, good run into the middle of the field. And goes himself, Šušak. Stalovic will go himself. So a bit of a scoot set from Dorćol just to clear their lines, get themselves almost up to the 40 here. And good run from the youngster, Stanic. And Nikolic clears the line, goes long, goes over the head of the fullback, and Unkovic is chasing this. Is it going to go dead? Good pressure from Unkovic, but Stefanovic does really well. Looked to be a little bit high. Referee says no, play on. So Arsic gets away from one, gets away from two. And Arsic in a bit of space, and Stefan Arsic going all the way. And Stefan Arsic still going. Great run from Stefan Arsic, and he plays the ball, and Dorćol are not back. They're not back onside. Markers were square though. So good work from Stalovic. Radnički goes himself, the youngster. Pancic takes the tackle. And here's Chris Parry. Good ball out the back. And well taken by Chuck, and Chuck in the line. Back to the middle, it's Chris Parry again. Little chip to the corner. Oh, and Radulovic took it. No pressure on him there. Poor kick chase from Radnički. Stalovic. Good defence, good attack. It's clearing their lines. And Sushak goes himself. Bit of a pirouette. Can't get away. And he's let go of the ball. Well, he let go of the ball, sir. But the referee says no, 2-on-1 steal, Radnički, Dorćol penalty. And as soon as there was any pressure put on the ball, he let go of it. Say it was clever play, if you like. So Stefan Nikolic kicks to touch. Lazar Živković is aware that the clock's running down for them. The clock's not on their side. So Stankovic out the back. Čobanović. And Chobi almost up to the 40. Nikolic. Simovic. He's on the 40. 2 gone. Short side. Here's the other Simovic brother. Goes well, and Chuck meets him. Dorćol with numbers to the left. And that's the way they go. Nikolic. Dummy goes himself, gives it to Unkovic in the end. Referee calling him back on side. They all look offside over there. Sushak. And Dorćol now coming back towards the middle. And Stefan Nikolic now, loads of time again. Little chip through. And what is he doing? Well, that was really strange play from the Radnički player, and his teammate was in an offside position, so it's a penalty to Dorćol. That was poor from Radnički. Why would you kick the ball? Just catch it or drop on it. In that situation, that's a lack of experience, I think, from the Radnički player. And Čobanović scores. A knife through butter, went straight over the defender and scores an easy try in the end. That's 36 points to 18. So it's looking more and more like it'll be a Red Star Dorćol final, an all Belgrade affair. Radnički played in last year's cup final against Red Star. This time around, they look to have been outdone by this Dorćol team. And it's just been a lack of experience. You see the Radnički team, they've got some really experienced players, but they've got some novices as well. And that makes it very difficult. Simovic, can he maintain his 100% record with the boot? And Radnički, no, they say no, he didn't kick it. So first mistake there from Simovic. It remains 36-18. Radnički lost Djordjevic when he nearly scored and fumbled it in the in-goal area, and since then they've struggled. They've really missed him as a pillar of strength in the middle in this second half. So Barry Vuksanovic to get back underway, and again he goes to this side, and Nikolic. He's picked up by the youngster who's manhandled by Stefan Arsic and put down. And oh, it's a mistake from Sale Mitrovic. It's a mistake from Aleksandar Mitrovic you wouldn't expect, and Radnički are going to be back on the attack again, but they've been down here so many times and come away empty-handed. And Stefan Arsic knows very well he's got a bind in that scrum. Referee could have penalised him. Instead, they'll give him another chance. He's got a bind. And goes to the open side this time, and delayed pass, and Živković goes back to the scrum. There's not going to be any space there. And Devetak brings him down, helped out by Stankovic. And is Ilić, Luka Ilić. And Mitic. Two settlers, Radnički, and here's Chris Parry. Goes on the inside to Arsic, and Arsic picked up by Sergej Devetak. But they put him down. And Radnički really bunched here. They want to be shipping it out that way. And Lazar Živković goes at the posts and goes over the top of Šušak, and he's still going. They want to be to the right here. They've got numbers. No, Dorćol have rallied that way. And it's Chris Parry to nobody. And Stefanovic picks it up, and Stefan Nikolic is straight on him. And that was the last. So it'll be a handover. So again, Radnički all over Dorćol in terms of possession and position, but no real invention in attack or no fluidity in their attack. So Stefan Nikolic plays the ball, and here's Simovic. And Simovic beats the first defender, but he's pulled down by Ilić. And here is Stefan Nikolic. Oh, bad ball. Yeah, and Čobanović got a touch on it and pulled it slightly forward. So Radnički will be back on the attack again, and this game's really breaking down. You can see fatigue setting in for both sides. They're both tired. It's been a hot, draining game on this artificial surface. And Arsic picks it up, goes to the short side. Well met by Nikolic and Radivojevic. And it's Mitic. And Mitic manages to beat one. Čuk. Jovic back on the field. Well met. Good running from Jovic, and it's been stolen there. 2-on-1, 3-on-1. It's been another penalty for Radnički. So here we go. It's got runners. Put down, no mistakes. And here's Mitic. Still going, Mitic. Referee calls held in the end. Čuk is going to go himself. No, he's not. It's Jovic. Standing still, gets ahead of speed. Oh, and the referee says, ball lost. Ball lost by Jovic. So it brings them out to the 10 for a scrum down, Dorćol head and feed. So Dorćol head and feed at the scrum, deep in their own half. And it looks like they've got this game in the bag now. I'm not sure about the time, but there can't be that long left. And it's picked up short side. Stefan Nikolic now goes himself, Nikolic. And Nikolic dancing with Arsic, but it managed to brought down by Ilić from behind. But good run by Stefan Nikolic, cleared the lines, gets them right up to the 40. And Stalovic gets them over the halfway line now. Unkovic. Unkovic goes himself. It's well met by Čuk. Former teammates at Dorćol once a long time ago. So Stalovic stopped by Arsic and Ilić. Unkovic. Danilo Kosanovic. Work from Ilić, putting his body on the line there. But he's fine, he's good. Play on, says the referee. And here's the last, Stefan Nikolic. Little chip into space. the referee say? He's given him another set, has he? Good tackle, Shusek put down. Knock on. We've got a Dorćol player injured. It looks like it's just cramp. And the referee had declared that it was, he restarted the tackle count, but then there's a mistake from Dorćol. So I think it's going to be a... We've got a little bit of a breaking play here for injury, but it looks like it's just cramp, as I say. Referee stopped the clock. And it's going to be Radnički's ball from this scrum, barring a win against the head, against the feet, what you don't expect. So, paraphrase the scrum. Out the back, Stefan Arsic. Arsic, well met by Nikolic and Avramovic. Čuk. Lazar Živkovic, and Živkovic goes past Jovanovic. But Čobi keeps hold of him, keeps fighting. And now they're over the 40, and Čuk. And here's Mitic. And Mitic gets up to the halfway line. And over the halfway, and still going. He's stopped in the end by Kosanovic and Stalovic. And here's Ilic. Ilic up to the 40. It's Chris Parry, dummies inside. And goes himself, Parry. Finally a bit of running with the ball. And with the offload, and it's Jovic. And Jovic gets away from one, he's still going. And another good offload. Oh, and he's put it down. Pantic puts it down. And Simovic picks it up and goes back on the attack for Dorćol. So Radnički's attack breaks down. And Čobanovic, good tackle around the legs from Čuk, helped out by Mitic. Never played it, sir. And the referee said, mistake at the play of the ball. Čobanovic not playing the ball. And Radnički head and feed. And I think the storm that was forecast will come later this evening. It's not going to start now. And Chris Parry not waiting for the referee to tell him he can feed it. He's fed it, but he's going to have another chance. So fed, Arsic, short side. Živkovic, and Živkovic. Nothing going on there. So he gives it back to Arsic, and Arsic goes over the 40. And we're going again to this short side. So Lazar Živkovic, strong and hard, straight at Avramovic. Takes 4 Dorćol defenders to put him down. And here's Čuk. And Marko Čuk going to the middle of the field. And he's thrown backwards and put down by Stalovic. And Čuk frustrated. Here's Mitic. Early ball. Jovic. And Jovic. Kick it through. He's kicked it through. Oof. And Avramovic kicks it off the field. And that is the final whistle, the final play of the game. And it ends up 36 points to Dorćol, 18 to Radnički. So Dorćol will go on to the final to meet Red Star. A valiant effort from Radnički, but lack of organisation. They need more experience together. They had some novice players. So wholehearted effort from both teams, and crowd appreciating the work. I'm Mark Pullen for Serbian Rugby League, and hope to join you for the next broadcast for the final of the Cup and the league games coming up. So thanks for joining us today. Until next time, enjoy rugby league.
Polako me tutove, ej, oj!